2 episodes in a row, we've managed to start and end at a scene break.
I don't know what's going on either, but I'm scared. It must mean we've finally gotten into the pace of Steins Gate.
Hey, that actually makes sense. I can't say, speaking of making sense, we're the Bittersweet Gamers, but I did anyway! I'm the Opinionator!
And I'm We Squared.
So, back in episode 20, Krios V wrote, "You should test the limits of synchronicity, Daymon. If you happen to win the lottery now that the game's brought it up, you'd know for sure that the game is truly affecting reality. Could you live without the knowledge of whether this game has that power or not? Worry not. I have already purchased a lottery ticket, and we shall see what happens."
Though, I mean, he didn't actually win when he tried to change time, so if it is synchronicity, then Daymon's not going to win either. It's okay, man.
Are you saying that the only way for synchronicity to hold true is for me to lose? So if I do not win with this lottery ticket, synchronicity isn't real, so all I have to do to prove the power of synchronicity is to not win the lottery? That means that when I lose, then this game and our playthrough of it will be affecting reality that much more. So what do you think? Will I succeed in not winning the lottery, or will I fail by winning the lottery?
Way to look on the bright side.
No matter what happens, I cannot lose. This, too, is the choice of Steins Gate. Come, organization, prove me wrong by rigging the lottery so that I win. I don't think you can, organization. I don't think you can make me win the lottery. You can't prevent me from losing! See, it's all about setting up situations so that you win.
Operation Jibaku!
I respond to Operation Self-Destruct by talking about Gundam! Take that!
Well, I respond to you talking about Gundam by talking about Pokemon!
Well, I respond to you talking about Pokemon by talking about Digimon.
Magneton, use self-destruct.
Megalograumon, evolve into Dukemon!
What?
When Daru finally returns, we get to work in the lab. I'm sure he's just devastated that he is unable to eat Faris' home cooking. You know her home cooking has got to be terrible.
I'm pretty sure it is, yes. That would just be the perfect way to... Yes.
She's only got so much person in her. She can only be good at so many things at her age, and she's really good at lots of them. If she is also a good cook, what else has she given up?
The laws of reality just could not support Faris otherwise.
11/13, August 4th.
Basically an hour later. But Mr. Brown's there!
We begin experimenting immediately. We probably get one before Mr. Brown really shuts us down. Even though it's still morning, the electrical discharge occurs on demand. So what's changing then? Did they... I've got to get it off this, hold on. That reminds me, we haven't talked to Mr. Brown yet.
Thank you!
But explaining away the noise can wait. For we are at war! War against the organization! War against CERN!
War against a horse throat!
CERN! The organization has gotten me! Go on! Without me! Do not let my sacrifice be in vain!
Very well! The dark powers that rule the world from the shadows!
Anzai sensei, Feiristan no teryori ga tabetai desu.
The question is...
A DC superhero.
I cannot possibly be critical. I can't object. I don't have that right. It would not be fair. It would not be just.
What's the actual question you were going to say before I hijacked your statement?
When did it not operate before? Was it only at night? I think it was, right? Had they ever tried it this early in the morning?
I don't remember. I think it was usually at least afternoon.
I'm just trying to make sure that nothing has changed in terms of the operational
I just don't remember. Anzai-sensei, the coach from a famous basketball manga. On the internet, posters sometimes express a desperate desire by quoting the manga, like so. Anzai-sensei, I want to... blank. Another oft-quoted line. This one spoken by Anzai-sensei is, if you give up, it's game over!
Slam Dunk is really good.
It is.
Anzai-sensei is an extremely skilled coach by acting as a symbol and not a human. Because he doesn't really ever say anything or do anything. But he makes you feel better just by being there.
I'm surprised they didn't call it like Slim Dunk or something.
諦めたらそこで試合終了だよ。
Unfortunately, Daru's second D-mail also fails to change the past. I get the feeling Rynet matches are difficult to cheat your way out of like this.
Fairness is too strong, please nerf.
Alright, so who do we experiment on? From the look on Kurisu's face, I don't think she's willing to change her policy, but if I bring up Upa and Bananas and am nice to her, I bet we can get Mayuri to cooperate. Perhaps we could even try to change the past to get Luca to wear one of her costumes. That would be tempting, would it not?
What could possibly be sent to convince him?
Banana! Make of that what you will.
I will.
That leaves only one candidate.
マユリよ。次はお前に過去を変えてもらおう。
I tried to keep you from being involved, but okay, that ship sailed, so let's go.
マユシ変えてもいいの？でもね、過去を変えるって何を変えればいいのかな？
It shouldn't be too hard to convince her to do what the email says.
Yeah,
She's pretty agreeable with everything.
I bet you could get her to buy a different brand of karaage like she suggested. Or...
Would that be enough to change Divergence, though?
Well, our goal isn't to create divergence. Our goal is just to see what happens to... if other people change the past and what happens to memories.
But what if that's not enough to change the past, is kind of what I meant. Although it isn't...
Okay, no. I get that it's not enough...
Oh, okay.
What we've been doing so far isn't really... or has been too much. So what about something small? We have changed the past, but we have failed to succeed.
I gotcha. I realized what my problem was in the middle of you talking, and I was like, oh, I was thinking about this the wrong way.
Maybe get her to work on a different costume, but she doesn't want to work on a different costume. She wants to work on the one she's working on.
Yeah.
それじゃあね、こういうのはどうかな。ルカ君にマユシーのコスを着てもらえるように過去を変えるの。
We just discussed it has to be something that has a chance of happening.
どうやって？
ルカ君にメールを送るとかだよ。
Mayushii, the whole point of the hypothesis we're trying to prove is if you send yourself a D-mail, you will remember what happens when the timeline changes.
Poor Duca. Just used as a pawn in everybody's...
Machinations?
It's as if history, nay, reality itself, wants to do nothing but toy with him. It is his unchangeable fate. Or maybe it is changeable. We're about to find out, I guess. I don't think a simple request is going to change the past. Much as I hate to admit it, it's like Billy said. How are you going to convince him?
Yeah.
もっと簡単で分かりやすいものはないのか？
If Okarin sent it, then maybe he'd do it. But the whole point is Mayushii has to send the D-mail.
What about retrieving the metal upa that was lost. Looks like I'm the only one with ideas.
That's not fair!
How-
Mayushii is Mayushii!
She's not going to have ideas, and you know it.
1時間前のマユリに D メールを送るのだ。今日はおでん缶が食べたいとな。
そんな誘導に乗るほど単純なことじゃない気が。
No, it will definitely convince her. Just like how the mail that was sent to Daru was appropriate for Daru.
ああ、それね、すごくいいかも。今日もね、自動販売機の前で10分くらい迷っちゃったんだよ。おでん缶にしようかな、ラーメン缶にしようかなって。
Poor thing, why does she only eat junk food and bananas?
Canned ramen. Ramen packaged in a can like a drink, sold in vending machines. Unlike regular ramen, the noodles are made of
Cognac.
cognac. Isn't that an alcohol?
No, this is cognac, but this is konyaku.
So. Teach me, Daymon Sensei.
No.
つまり後押しがあれば、マユリは必然的におでん缶を食べたくなるというわけだな。
So what did she choose before?
よし、それで行くぞ。
I mean, you want it to be simple so that it will succeed and be observable.
わかった。じゃあ、過去を変える前にラーメン全部食べとかないと。
Oh, well, there you go. She's got the canned ramen.
食べておかないとどうなるの？
Well, it'll be gone and she won't get to eat it.
もったいないもん。そうね。
I get the phone wave, name subject to change. Prepped for D-mail. Okay, they've used up their freebie. I bet this time somebody is gonna be like, "What you do? Stop!" And that's how he's gonna say it too.
Especially since Nai is there as well.
Like a flake of plaster will fall and hit her on the head. He will stand up, his eyes glowing red, and he will come after them with a chainsaw.
His head will just smash through the floor as he jumps up.
Yeah, and then he'll fire laser beams from his eyes after sticking his head through the ground. The content of Mayuri's mail is simple enough. I just hope it actually works. To send it 1 hour back, we input 1 sharp.
So yeah, it's only going to be a second of active time.
In other words, we set the microwave for only 1 second. I wonder if the discharge phenomenon will occur in such a short span of time. That's something else we'll learn from this experiment.
電話レンジカッコ仮起動。
あー、メールまだ送れてないよ。
Yeah, I guess the timing should be pretty precise.
There wasn't enough time to blink. It was only 1 second.
1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないか。データ通りだけど、貴重な実証データが取れた。
これって例えば事前に暖気みたいなことしたらどうなるん？
Oh.
What do you mean?
Maybe you should try and find out the minimum time first before messing around with it.
Well, I mean,
Like-
this is kind of what they're doing, a little.
If they run the microwave and then like just have it go for 30 seconds with nothing in it and then set it up to do
Ah, that's what you mean.
this. But I still, well, no, that's not what I mean. That's what he means.
Okay, that then. Nah.
I still think they should find out the minimum amount of time. Otherwise, you're not sure what you're accomplishing.
つまりさ、1秒じゃ放電現象は起きないわけっしょ。だから事前にメールを送らずに30秒ぐらいレンジ動かしとくんだお。
That's right. Maybe I am in sync with Steins Gate. How serendipitous.
その後、間を置かずにタイマー1秒でもう一度動かす。そしたら1秒でも放電現象起きそうじゃね？
根拠は？
ねえよ、そんなの。
ネス。
Darn!
Nice try. But you can't account for his memes.
You're right.
マユリよ、もっと他に何かないのか？
じゃあ昨日買ったおにぎりの具を違うものにするとか。
お前は昨日食べたおにぎりの具の種類を覚えているのか？
This is kind of adorable.
It is.
おかか。即答？
Yeah, it's food. Food is good. Impressive.
We all have our talents.
だからね、おかかを明太子にしようよ。
Daymon, stop salivating. It's highly disturbing.
Maybe we should find another test subject. But why? What's the problem? From Suzuha, huh?
Akihabara's. Akihabara is such a strange town. Everywhere I look, I see drawings of cute girls. Some of them even have their breasts fully exposed. It startled me. Coming here has been a real culture shock. It's amazing how peaceful Japan is now in the past.
Where were you before?
We need to focus on how peaceful Japan is now.
I agree. It's all because of the organization's efforts to stupidify Japan. Japan used to have good taste in anime. Now, it's just all this moe garbage.
I feel like you're projecting, David.
Don't worry, I am too. There. Get thee away. Wow, he just hasn't cared. Tennoji Yugo, I mean. Wanting to clear my head, I go up to the rooftop. I left Mayuri and the others at the lab. I need some time to get my thoughts in order. I recall what happened when I sent myself the Lotto 6 numbers. The moment I sent the D-mail, I felt a strong tremor, and then the world as I knew it changed slightly. The fact that I had sent a D-mail had been undone. However, it was in my inbox. The message had clearly made it to the past. What does this mean? The mail was received but never sent. Isn't that a time paradox? Doesn't that just prove that we're sending them into the past or world line shifts?
Yeah.
Is that the reason why everyone else lost their memories? Is it fair to say that they lost their memories? Or is it fair to say that I have the wrong memories?
I feel like saying he has the wrong memories is more accurate.
Why did that happen? Changing the past changed the world. Titer spoke of divergence.
Hey!
When divergence changes, are people's memories reconstructed to match the new world line? That is, of course, what he said.
Right there on this post!
Then how come I remember the previous world line even after the past changes? My deliberations are interrupted by yet another incoming mail.
It's a curse being so popular.
Or being in a game about email. Whatever, I can just reply to it later.
How important could it possibly be?
However, all these mails... No doubt about it. It's got to be Kiryu Moeka, the missing lab mem, the male demon known as Shining Finger. There's something wrong with that woman. Maybe I should have read her messages so I'd know what she was saying. I sigh and open my mail reluctantly. I suppose I will deign to lower myself to speak with you.
Nani?
Favor, can I send a D-mail too?
Dame kana moeka. Uh-huh. She wants to send a D-mail? No, you don't get the IBN 5100.
Wait, but she knows where he picked it up from. That's how she's gonna get it.
Well, they're not gonna send that D-mail.
She doesn't have to necessarily send what they tell her to send. She could be saying she's going to send whatever they want her to send. She can't be trusted, David.
Well, no, you're right. You know, if she does try to obtain the IBN 5100 so they don't, that would seem to confirm that she's working for CERN. Which is what we think.
Yeah.
Though there's definitely something suspicious even if she's not. Because she has to be in this game for a reason. That reminds me, yesterday I made Moeka LabMem 005. That means she's qualified to participate in our experiments. But why isn't she here right now? It's almost as if she doesn't understand that what we are doing is more important than anything in her life, and that she ought to hang around the future gadget lab doing my bidding too.
Or maybe I forgot to inform her we were experimenting today because she's a new acquired.
Moeka seems serious, so she might meet my demands. More importantly, all the other lab mems are completely useless when it comes to D-mails. You might be right. It might just be that she's looking for an excuse to send one so that she can
Preempt the IBN 5100.
If she preempts the IBN 5100 and they don't get it,
Then they can't decode that CERN message.
I still haven't been able to verify whether or not I can keep my memories if someone else changes the past.
Well, this'll certainly verify it.
If that's what she's gonna do.
I know, I'm just saying.
Moeka works for an editorial company. In other words, she's supposedly related to the supposed media.
Supposedly.
What if she sends a D-mail and leaks word of the time machine? We'd be flooded by press. Gone will be the days of lurking in the shadows, forced brutally, cruelly, evilly into the blistering light.
Such as being on the roof in this blistering sun. Oh, I meant metaphorically.
My location will be exposed to the organization. And that might actually matter now. Of course, sooner or later, we're going to have to announce our findings to the world. But in that case, I'd rather choose a national newspaper or TV network to cover the event rather than some shady magazine. That way it'll spread faster throughout Japan. Nay! The very world!
It would also help if we actually had some findings to post. But that's why we're experimenting.
Getting ahead of ourselves. That's what we do here! You have to put some heart into it. Sound like you care! LabNim009! Either way, something tells me it's better not to go public through Moeka.
Yeah, it's us. We're saying she's suspicious.
That said, as her message attests, Moeka is a lab mem.
Me too. I'm a lab mem too.
Yesterday, we told her everything about the phone wave named subject to change and D-mails, and then didn't think it was weird when she didn't come back. Moreover, we forced her made her one of us. Now, we know she's opportunistic because she's demonstrated that in the past, so her asserting she's a lab mem is not unusual.
Right.
It was necessary to buy her silence. I don't know what she gets out of this, but
nor was it necessarily a guarantee to buy her silence.
Realizing that I have no reason to deny Moeka her request, I put my phone to my ear.
俺だ。ああ。少しばかり迷っている。
Oh.
何？声でわかるだと？叶わないな。
That's not what it sounds like, LabMem009.
Why am I LabMem009?
Because you can slow down time?
Thank you, Daymon. I know you did that just for me. I appreciate that reference.
電話レンジカッコ仮の実験にシャイニングフィンガーを引き入れるかどうかについて。バカな！あの女を生贄に捧げろというのか。確かに世界に混沌をもたらすためなら犠牲はやむを得ない覚悟だが。
Especially of people I don't particularly have an attachment to.
Kill the new girl, eh?
いや、問題ない。むしろ迷っていた俺が情けない。マッドサイエンティスト失格かもしれんな。
How dare I get surprised at trying to sacrifice someone not involved when I was already prepared to sacrifice my friends? But it doesn't have to be consistent. It just has to be dramatic and suitable to the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
これは俺にとってむしろ典型とも言える申し出。まさにシュタインズゲートの選択となるだろう。エルプサイコングルー。
It's decided. I type a reply to Moeka's mail. I'll wait for Moeka to come to the lab before we start experimenting. Huh? She replied already.
Are you really surprised?
Why am I surprised at this every time, come to think of it?
Yay! I'm actually in front of the building already.
What? She's already downstairs? She wasn't the missing lab mem? She actually came like she was supposed to? Why didn't she tell me? Was she just hanging out in front of that window, trying to listen to everything we were saying, while standing next to Suzuha? Have Suzuha and Moeka already met? I rushed down to meet her, not thinking it weird at all. Although it may not be weird, we're just assuming it's weird because we don't trust her.
When you've played as many games and seen as many movies and read as many books as we do, you get really suspicious and paranoid about lots of things. Especially in a time travel drama.
Or the Trails series. Seriously?
Oh my god.
Does the character have a name? Don't trust them.
Basically, yeah.
Once we enter the lab, I get all the lab mems to stop what they're doing, which wasn't anything important anyway, and then tell them about Moeka's situation. And with that, we commenced the D-mail experiment.
ありがとう。
Oh, words.
何がだ？
I'm sorry. I know it's selfish, but I really need to send a D-mail. This is in no way suspicious.
別にわがままとは思っていない。むしろ、お前の申し出にこちらが感謝しているほどだ。
で、桐生氏はどんなメールを送るつもりなん？
Oh, were they still using Winamp back in 2010? I don't know. Once you go Media Player Classic, you never go back. What?
俺からの要望としては、過去が変わったかどうか確かめることができるよう、シンプルでわかりやすい内容にしてもらいたい。
Oh, you'll know.
Oi! A new mail.
Not just that. I'm sorry, there's one more thing. I want to keep my message secret.
Why does she have to explain every little thing with a mail?
Because talking is hard, man.
I don't know. If she's wanting to keep it secret, the more it happens, the more it's really making it look like she's trying to rob that thing after all. I realize we suggested it, but I've been trying to not give her the benefit of the doubt, but
Keep your mind open to alternatives?
not get fixated on our own predictions versus the game. No. More importantly...
内緒だとどういうことだ
何？どうしたのよ？
For instance, if they don't know what the email is, they won't know what observable change to make, or what to look for.
You don't make that face unless you're seriously having problems or work for the evil organization or trying to take things away from everybody and...
Look for a microchip under her eyelid!
Hey.
Hey! I mean, it's private. It would be embarrassing if anyone knew.
いや、そういう問題ではなかろ
Kurisu peeks at my phone from beside me.
なるほど。気持ちはわからなくはないけど、これはあくまで実験だと割り切ってデータの収集を優先すべき。
Yeah, the point of this isn't to change the past. The point of this is to change the past in an observable way, so we have to know what it is.
う。ほう。珍しく意見が一致したな、助手よ。
Hey, new person who wants to change the past in a way that's secret. Why you being suspicious?
別にあんたに同意したわけじゃない。データを収集しないと電話レンジの仕組みがいつまで経っても解明できないって思ったからよ。
It's okay to agree with him when you agree.
でも女の子にはね、秘密がいっぱいあるのです。
Mayushii, you are too pure for this
誰
world.
にも言えない秘密をね、自分だけに教えろゲヘヘって言ってるのと同じだよ。
くわ、まさかこれってセクハラになるん？
No, we're not going that... Ah.
落ち着け、ダル。
It seems Mayuri and Moeka have formed some sort of mainstream girl alliance.
メールの内容にプライベートに深く関わることを書けと強制した覚えはない。
Kurisu nods firmly at my words. Looks like she doesn't intend to join the mainstream girl alliance.
私的な内容を送りたいにしても、今はまだ見送るべき。タイムパラドックスの問題も完全に解決されたわけじゃないし、もっと慎重に慎重を重ねないと。
On top of that, it has to be observable or there's no point to this experiment.
Yeah!
私的な内容は NG。少なくとも非公開にしたいという話は受け入れられないわ。あなたに悪意がなくてもメールの内容次第で時間軸に深刻な影響をもたらすかもしれないんだから。第三者にメールを見せて、その内容について問題ないか吟味すべきよ。
And Mayushii cannot be that person.
俺が言いたいことは全て助手が言ってくれた。そしてそうは言いつつも我らは実験を中止するつもりはない。
あんたの意見を代弁したわけじゃないから勘違いしないで。
Don't argue for no reason! When you're on the same page, you're on the same page. It doesn't hurt you.
There's nothing wrong with agreeing.
You can disagree with him just as much as you always do.
And you will. I can guarantee it. Enjoy the peace.
Cheeky little...
そもそも実験においてはプライバシーよりもデータが優先される。被験者になるならその覚悟は必要よ。
Don't tell me that's the reason Kurisu won't send a D-mail herself. What could a zombie who's risen from the dead have to hide? She's already a celebrity, right?
そうなの？マユシーはね、さっきそんな覚悟せずに送ろうとしてたよ。ごめんね、クリスちゃん。
別に謝らなくても、責めてるわけじゃない。一般論を言っただけ。
And she feels guilty. Kurisu, I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I imagine some people might take issue with that statement, but I'll refrain from saying anything. I'd rather not get my head chewed off right now. I'll save it for a battle that's worth fighting.
Like the next nickname I come up for.
I'm not exactly sure who's going to take issue with this statement. Moika's expression doesn't change. Same as always. I can't know what she's thinking. Might have some idea if I would have looked at those messages before.
俺たちを信用してもらわないと困る。プライベートな要件は後日にしてもらおう。
Also, this isn't the way you would build trust. It just makes you look more suspicious. Like if Daru were talking about it, that's so out of character for Daru to want to do something private.
Unfortunately.
But that means that these people would take it seriously, right?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't, not even we would just assume he's doing something pervy. We wouldn't assume that he was going to do something bad.
Right. Like, guys, I want to send an email, but I can guarantee none of you want to know what it's about. And they'll be like, you're right.
もしできないというのならば、お前に見せてやらねばならなくなる。この俺、法王院教魔の中に眠る、まがまがしき狂気の力をな。
What specifically are you saying you'll do?
David, specificalities are for sane, rational people.
Specificalities?
So are proper words.
Moika is already typing on her phone. My threat was ineffectual, it seems. Come to think of it, they always have been with her.
Can I see the emails you've sent so far? I want to use them as a reference.
着信履歴ならあるぞ。
送信履歴は？
Ah, well, that's a little more difficult.
ないというと語弊があるな。送信履歴は消えてしまうのだ。
That's one of the ways we know it works. I confirmed that after I sent that D-mail yesterday. Moika was there, but she doesn't remember either. How could she have all the details or be expected to know all the details? Or how could I if she does?
Roger, I don't need to see the history, and I'll show you the message before I send it. Is that okay?
Looks like she understands. She always tries to go for broke, but is willing to negotiate down. How interesting. That actually means she's effective at negotiation.
Being difficult to read probably helps too.
I show the mail to Kurisu, too.
萌香さん、無理しないでね。
What if she sends a code that only she's going to know? A code for Steal the 5100? Is that supposed to be encouragement? Mayuri sounds concerned for some reason. For some reason, Mayuri seems concerned for Moika.
Okay.
So, looks like she understands. The next line is, understand looks like she does.
じゃあさ、どんな内容を送るん？そもそもオカリンの言う簡単で分かりやすい過去改変ってハードル高すぎ。
何を言う？お前たちのレベルが低すぎるだけではないか。
Low? What do you mean aiming too low? What do you mean setting the bar too high? Come on! Moeka mutters.
Prepare for us to interpret it in as unfavorable a way as possible to conform to our theory.
Can confirm will happen.
おお、これは期待できそうだな。具体的に説明を頼む。
Moeka then invokes her power once more. Ultra fast typing. The power known as Shining Finger. I don't know why I even thought of it in such like a dramatic way, but kind of used to it by now.
Four days ago, I bought a new...
Why is that only up there for like 1 second?
I mean, we can always check the logs. So I'm thinking about sending a D-email to myself 4 days in the past, warning myself not to do that. If I do, then the phone I'm holding should change, right?
What's private about that?
Well, no, this is a different thing than what she wanted to send.
Are you sure?
That's what she said. She was like, okay, I'll do something else then. Then she wanted to look at their messages as a reference.
I don't know. I bet she's still trying to get what she wants.
Okay, look, I know I said that we were going to do that. So I can't really fault you.
You did say we were going to do that. I agreed with you, and then you interpreted it in the most favorable light towards Moeka as you possibly could.
I'm a contrarian.
Let's see. She says she switched phones 4 days ago, but wants to tell herself not to do so.
シャイニングフィンガーは実に有能だな。まさにラボ面の鏡。
That'll give them exactly what they want. Alternately, another way to make her look suspicious is to provide them exactly what they want.
Oh, to play along?
Yeah,
To buy her time?
then she can be like, now can I try that private message? This should make it easy to tell whether the past has changed, because the phone she is holding will be a different phone. I don't know who's going to remember it, but that's what we're trying to find out. Looks like the three useless members have no objections to Moeka's superior idea. With all that out of the way, it's finally time for our experiment to begin.
では、指圧しよ
ねえねえ、どうして萌香さんのことを指圧師って呼ぶの？
それが、桐生萌香の力に、俺がつけた名だ。桐生萌香、お前は今後、先行の指圧師、すなわち、シャイニングフィンガーを名乗るがいい。
I love it. See, the anime is one thing, but in the original, it had to be that every time her sprite was displayed, because you have to have her reacting to things. But if she doesn't have a line, then all you can do is have her say dots. And the way that she says dots, and the way that she gets paid as a voice actor for, is to go and things like that. And it's perfectly normal and interesting. It amuses me, and I like it. Speaking of things that amuse me, look at Okarin's face. For that matter, check out his arms, and his hand, and his mutantest feet. They look like hooves. Truly, he is a satyr, a devil god.
Okay. Are you done gawking at their physical deformities?
Never! Moeka shakes her head expressionlessly. I have no idea how to interpret what she said.
何？嫌だというのか？能力面をつけてやったのに、何が気に入らないというのだ？
She responds with a male, I prefer Gonet's machine gun punch.
萌香さんはね、萌香さんだからだよ。それにね、指圧師さんじゃなくて、編集プロダクションで働いてて。
Mayushii, ネタにマジレス、かこ悪い。
Do not
ネ
engage.
タではない能力名だ。
くだらないこと言ってないで。準備するわよ。
Damn it! You're just an assistant. Don't boss us around! Okarin has really recovered, hasn't he? He is completely back to normal in every way. Then again, we say that, but it's not like she knows information she doesn't have.
That's true.
She can't be trying to jank the 5100 by preempting them, because she doesn't know where they got it.
He told her. He told her the shrine.
You're right.
And he even said that when he was done, she could probably go there to get...
Did he say what shrine
Yep.
it was? Moeka has already written her 36-byte mail.
But for some reason, we're not looking at it.
We set the timer to 100 seconds. The D-mail should arrive at Moeka's phone 4 days ago, July 31st.
電話レンジカッコ仮。起動
July 31st. What day did they get the 5100?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'd worry about figuring it out, but I suppose we're about to find out. However, this certainly seems dramatic, so... About 15 seconds after activation, the discharge phenomenon occurs. What the hell? I glance at Moeka. She really does look like a demon. She nods grimly, an unusual show of emotion. She is no longer Shining Finger. She has graduated to Shining Finger Sword. Take it! All of my loneliness, my love, and, most importantly here, my anger! That was an interesting coincidence, and it sort of works out that way. And then she presses the button. It went down to 0.52 something.
Yeah.
Or rather, it's 0.52 away from the previous one.
If that's how that works. Probably, yeah.
No, we know that's how it works.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so... Yep. That's what she did. How is that only 0.52?
Maybe because they haven't done anything with it yet? It was just sitting there waiting for Daru to get to it.
What? How is the divergence only 0.52? She took the 5100.
Probably because they hadn't done anything with it yet. Daru said he would have to look at it later. He was busy working on the hacking, and he said he would have to figure out how to hook it up first. They haven't actually used it yet. So as far as changing the timeline, they haven't done anything with it yet. Daru was going to, but they've been working on experimenting and that sort of thing. And they've been prioritizing these experiments.
This is far more intense than what happened when we sent the D-mails yesterday. And yet, I've felt it before. I remember. This is what I felt right before the mass disappearance phenomenon. Has the past changed? Of course it has. The past has changed. That bizarre sensation just now was proof. I survey the room. Daru and Kurisu are in front of me. I mean, there's the phone wave, but...
Moika's not there.
Well, yeah, I know!
I know.
That's the obvious part, isn't it?
I know, but
I'm trying to confirm what is there.
Okay.
Mayuri is here, too. I mean, look at this. Where's Moeka? And for that matter...
指圧しろ。どこに行った
Ah, again.
I recognize those looks.
Maybe it really is just me, he thinks. This feeling of wrongness. It's the same as yesterday.
指圧師？
オカリン、日本語で OK。
Well, now what are we gonna do? How are we gonna find her? We don't know anything about her at all.
Well, that's gonna be the next leg of the adventure, I'm sure.
It's like contacting Titer and saying we got the 5100 and then lost the 5100. We don't know who she works for because she didn't say, and that was not true anyway.
Right.
It can't be. I leave the development room and check the lounge, behind the sofa, in the dressing room, the dirty bathroom, it was gross, in the shower room. I even look out the window at the street below. But Moeka is nowhere to be found.
And I haven't noticed that the IBM 5100 is missing yet.
Is Suzuha down there? Has anything else changed? She's gone. Okay, if it was because they hadn't done anything with the 5100 yet.
Because when Moeka came to take pictures of it, it was still lying on the floor, not hooked up to anything.
Perhaps the reason it was only 0.52% divergent and the previous one was 0.57. Because remember, this isn't 0.52 from the first or second timeline. It's 0.52% different from the last one.
Yeah.
That means that Rukako buying the lottery ticket at the behest of Okarin was more divergent than Moeka getting the IBM 5100 before the Future Gadget Lab did.
Yes.
Is that because involving more people leads to a higher divergence number, like is considered more divergent? Or is it because the proper level of divergence is CERN is in control, and so any sort of a change that pushes back towards the prime reality of CERN dominance, if you will, is closer to the way things ought to be?
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's really interesting.
The same thing has happened before. Did she really disappear because I let her conduct the experiment? Where'd she go? Did I erase her from history? Well, if she got the 5100, maybe in some way you did.
Yeah, especially if she went back to her own time.
In a daze, I step up to Mayuri, who's sewing.
桐生萌香は今の今までここにいただろう
Was that even her real name?
誰かな？
If that was her real name and she is a time traveler, they certainly can't find her by Googling or anything like that.
桐生萌香だ
Daru and Kurisu give me strange looks as well. Hasn't this also fulfilled or succeeded in the original goal of the experiment?
Yeah.
So many things are different. I know what I just said about divergence, but man, this is pretty different.
それ誰？
聞いたことない。
There's no way Daru would forget her, not with a shape like that.
It's true.
そんな
So I did erase Moeka's existence. It's good that he's concerned. He is concerned first about this, and this was after the whole sacrifice thing. Ignoring whatever Moeka did, and ignoring whatever her identity is, he was actually instantly concerned about her before and after, which really just reflects well on Okarin. No, that can't be.
岡部、まさかまた？
I mean, they've clearly been doing the experiments because the phone wave is down there.
And the IBM 5100 had nothing to do with those experiments, so they still would have followed through on those.
またってどういう意味だ
And it's not like Moeka contributed in any major way except for what we already saw, so...
昨日も似たようなことがあった。私たちの記憶にないことをあんたは覚えていた。なんだっけ
The D effect.
そうそう。リーディングしたいな。
Oh no, that.
I prefer the D effect.
Oh no,
Thank
hold
you.
on. Reading Steiner counters the D effect. The D effect is what we call the paradox's rewriting everyone's memories. Reading Steiner is what he calls his power to fight that.
So maybe instead of the D effect, it should be D Steiner?
I like D effect.
Reading Steiner. That's the name I gave this phenomenon, or rather, to my ability to perceive it. BSG already named the other phenomenon, the D effect, as has been made clear. And they are protective of it. His experience bears this out. When the world line changes, everyone's memories are reconstructed to match. That's what John Titor said. But somehow, I alone retain my memories even after the past changes. I named this power Reading Steiner. Kurisu remembered. I need to contact Moeka. I need to make sure I didn't erase her very existence. Does he even have her in his phone?
He doesn't.
I mean, 4 days ago is... I mean, he met Moeka really early. Is it possible he could remember her address? Even if he does...
Why would she respond?
Exactly. But I don't know her phone number. The only way to contact her is by mail. Yeah. I send her a message saying, reply the second you read this email. Now, all I can do is wait for her reply. This is also something that would work out better in a visual novel. Well, it depends. It depends. We correctly assumed what she was after. She appears to have been after... Not like it's hard. She appears to have been after that and actually sent the mail we were expecting her to send.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could see in the room that the 5100 wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, however, that in the context of the graphics of a visual novel, you would not see that right away. So you may not be able to instantly know what it was.
Yeah.
And that just produces a slightly different effect.
Mm-hmm.
We had expectations, those expectations were confirmed, so now we're trying to wait for Okarin to catch up.
Yeah.
However, in the visual novel, we'd be waiting to have our expectations confirmed at the same time.
Yeah.
And the only thing we'd have to go off of is A, that we knew that Moeka wanted it, and B, that she made a funny facial expression that Okarin noticed before it happened. Please, reply. A mail. Is it Moeka?
What's wrong? I'm kind of busy now. Sorry, I'll email you later. And his first response is relief.
My body goes limp from relief. A reply. She sent a reply. Thank goodness. But... Moeka still exists. I didn't sacrifice her. She didn't disappear. Relief washes away my fear until I...
何が起きたか説明して、岡部。
What if we were wrong and the IBN 5100 was there?
Then I'm not really sure what she could have done.
I mean, I didn't see it, but it's
I didn't either.
But it's not like we had that long to look. Urged by Kurisu, I explained everything that just happened.
But we also know how unobservant he is.
That is true.
今、この場からその、桐生なんとかさんが消えたのは、因果率を考えれば、不自然じゃない気がしてきた。
どういうことだ？
詳しい経緯はわからないけど、過去を改変したことで、今回の場合は7月31日以降、今日までの4日間の桐生さんの行動が微妙に変化した。その結果、今この時間には桐生さんはラボには来なかったというふうに再構成された。
At all. She's been there before when you all were introduced to her. So it's not just today that she didn't show up at the lab.
Now I'm getting paranoid that we misread the 5100. I mean, that could be that we were just looking for what we were expecting too hard. It's just that makes sense, you know?
If she took the 5100, they're not gonna know it's missing. They won't know it's supposed to be there. The only person we have is this unreliable narrator.
So that's why it looked like she teleported? I'm reminded of the teleporting Gelbana, but I guess it's not the same thing. Moeka didn't become a jellyman after all. Moeka didn't go through time.
それともう一つ、岡部に起きていることが消せない。
何？
リーディングシュタイナーのこと。ちなみにその造語、恥ずかしいからやめた方がいい。
I think it's awesome.
I'm not opposed to it, but he can do better.
Well, you know, it kind of fits with the Steins Gate thing.
お前の個人的見解は必要ない。
I'm finally able to joke with Kurisu again. My mood has most definitely improved. Well, maybe she wasn't joking, but other people not being on the same wavelength as me as I mess with them is something I am well used to. That's none of her business.
さっきのあんたの説明じゃ、D メールを送ったのも受け取ったのもあんたじゃなかった。なのに、あんただけが世界線が変わる前のことを覚えている。
What the heck is up with this lighting? This has to be significant.
Well, this is confirming what we already know, that Okarin is the only one who can perceive this.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Okarin wanted to do this to find out for sure.
Right, well, the character knowledge, as far as this goes, is catching up to our knowledge.
でもこれって、あんたのただの妄想じゃない？
Well, you can't prove it, I guess, but...
桐生さんって人はもともと存在しなかった。あるいは桐生なんとかさんは実在するけど、その人が D メールを送った事実は妄想だった。
クリスティーナ、お前は間違っている。
Well, here's the part where the unreliable narrator really rears his ugly head. If she can't trust what he's saying, then we can't really move forward, can we?
すでにこれまでの実験で証明されているんだよ。俺のリーディングシュタイナーは本物だ。
はいはい、12秒12秒。
ん？
They have yet to notice, but the truth will come.
なんで私に注目してんのよ。見るの禁止。
Well, we're let's playing. I don't know what Okarin's excuse is.
We don't have a choice. Also, why does she think that it's not going to be accepted? Why is it going to mess with her image? Look at everyone else here.
Maybe she's terrified of being accepted.
No, I think that she is worried that it'll mess with her image.
If it came out that she was just as nerdy as they are, do you think Okarin would give her... I guess it wouldn't matter, really. He's gonna be him.
Daru would be happy.
That's true.
Mayushii would be happy.
Mayushii would be happy regardless, really.
And Okarin would make fun of her and tease her relentlessly, but he was gonna do that anyway. It just changes the subject matter. Kurisu looks away sheepishly, but I proceed as if nothing had happened.
Kilma, I want you to be the Messiah.
I don't feel able to answer right now. My emotions are a jumble, just as they were after Titer called me the Messiah. Speaking of a jumble, I'm still concerned that maybe we misread that about the 5100. It's just it looked like everything changed, but we only saw it for a second.
If she sent the email she said she was gonna send, it wouldn't have changed that much.
Well, more importantly, you wouldn't look at it so savagely in such a dramatic scene if it was just that, even if it did change to the point where she was gone.
Yeah, but I was trying to be more practical and less meta.
But speaking of jumbled emotions, it's doubt. Doubt is so interesting. Second guessing yourself.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's extremely fun. Obviously, we think it's fun to try and figure out what's going on, to try and understand what's going on, and to doubt what even our own observations have told us because we're aware it could be wrong.
And the game does not immediately confirm or deny what we do when something happens.
Right.
So we have to wait. Like, are we right? Are we wrong?
But we get that anticipation and again that doubt. It's like if we didn't find it extremely entertaining, why the heck would we do the things we do the way we do them? And for that matter, why would any of you be watching? Is this power real?
Speaking of doubt.
If it is, then what does that make me? I can't be the Messiah or the Kyuseishu, the Savior. An unknown power sleeps within me. Like for realsies, not just the stuff I say is in my right arm. The thought sends a chill down my spine. John Titor is a fraud, after all. And, I can't win that much at the lottery. It's too much.
8 o'clock.
Go back inside! We need to know!
No, it's going to drag this out as much as possible to drive us insane.
The thing is, when I edit this, I'll have known the whole time. Whether we were right or whether we were wrong. That doubt, I will have already washed it away. And I'll have to put up with it. Much as if we're completely wrong, the audience has been putting up with us talking about it.
But that's why they love us.
Or hate us, as the case may be. Banana.